Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new comic book explained video. Today I'm going to review or talk about this Nova comic book that I actually bought for €2.50, so it's not a lot actually. So hey, there we go. Obviously, if you don't know who Nova is, it gets explained in this comic too. With a little, previously. See, this is it, right? So you get introduced to Nova, right? Obviously, I already knew who he was. So yes, there we go. But it's very interesting. Some very cool stories are told in this comic. Like there's this gray Hulk, like this evil Hulk looking guy. And obviously you have Sam Alexander, obviously Nova, who needs to stop him together with a few other heroes, obviously. So obviously that's Steve Rogers right there, and we have Spider-Man. But yeah, Nova needs to solve this problem himself, which eventually almost leads him, there we go, some more panels, which obviously after a while leads him into this massive battle, as you can see, where he just literally puts his arm or his hand inside the Hulk's nose, and yeah, there we go. Really interesting. But obviously, the Hulk smashes everything out of him, and yes, this actually leads Nova almost ending up dying. It's really brutal. But yeah, Sam knows that he needs to chill out a bit. He obviously got punched so damn hard that he landed in Paris. So there we go. But yeah, Sam Alexander needs to take it slowly, take it chill. Obviously his helm is also broken, so he can't really fly with it. It's really interesting. But yeah, there we go. And obviously Sam Alexander's mother and also little sister need to evacuate because the Hulk was in his area. And yeah, there we go. But yeah, it's really interesting because with being a hero comes also great responsibility. Obviously, it's not a joke because Spider-Man is also in this comic. There we go. But it is great responsibility, and Nova wants to save his family, but at what cost? Like his life was almost at the risk, But he still yet fights the Grey Hulk, even if he's like torn apart and stuff like that. The Hulk was still, having, creating chaos and stuff like that. But yeah, Nova eventually sends him to the sky, and actually turns out to be one hell of a plan because he makes sure that the Hulk can't fight anybody in space, obviously, and that's where the Hulk also gets a bit easy because in space you can't be able to breathe. The Hulk, the rage of like Bruce Banner stops suddenly. So there we go. Yeah, but Sam really is, really had a great plan, but some people thought it was too much because he just did it himself, right? There were Avengers, there were X-Men who could have helped him, but no, he did it by himself, which is kind of cool, but still yet some superheroes need to criticize that, obviously. But one other character in the story that is really interesting is Carnage. Carnage also makes an appearance in this comic, and obviously, you have this little Hulkbuster that Spider-Man found to stop the Hulk, obviously. But yeah, and anybody wants to help Nova, but Nova wanted to do it himself, and there you go. With obviously the risk being, almost taking his own life. But yeah, Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage, wants to help out Nova. Well, firstly he wants to. But there we go. Alright, that was the first part. The second part is also about Nova, but obviously we have the first Nova over here. We have obviously Sam Alexander's, dad, right? I believe Jesse Alexander, and also obviously Sam. There we go. So 3 generations of Nova people. But you also have like a few other people. Like we have Cosmo coming on here, Battery Bill, obviously very cool. So yes, really nice that they included other characters. Obviously makes it bigger universe. Obviously with the films that would be like cameos if you were to think about it. Like, oh my god, like Battery Bill made a cameo in in this Nova comic, but that's the Marvel cinematic. That's the Marvel comic universe, right? Every character can be in in a story, and obviously they don't have the rights in those films to actually do sorts crazy shizzle sometimes, but that's whatever. That's a passe, right? So alright, there we go. Nova gets invited to the Avengers mansion. There we go, to become a real Avenger because he obviously stopped the Hulk. So let's skip a few pages. There we go. Yes, the big lineup. There we go. So as you can see, this wouldn't be like a reality in the Marvel Cinematic Universe if you were to think about it. Like Natasha Romanoff is gone, Scarlet Witch is also gone, Luke Cage, well, he is somewhere. Ken Barton retired, Spider-Man is kind of gone, I guess. Peter Parker is gone, but Spider-Man isn't, right? But yeah, imagine this being in a cinematic universe of Marvel. This wouldn't be like an Avengers film or something. This is like about Nova, and I thought about it like, holy shit, it is pretty insane to think about that, right? But still, it's great to have those thing in the comics, right? Iron Fist and Thor are also here. There we go. Hopefully the light is okay, there we go. So Spidey, Thor, and Iron Fist, and Spider-Woman too. So great characters. So yeah, Samuel Alexander, aka Sam, gets his little Avengers card right there, but at a cost. Yeah, at a cost. Priority, identity card. There we go. But this is just, the beginning, because he was also sentenced for obviously doing it itself, right? And without anyone's help, which, whatever. But still, the Avengers congratulate him. And there's this cool, moment where Nova actually helps out the fellow Avengers, like Captain America here, aka Captain America Falcon, and Nova alongside with him. And yes, there we go. Alright, and you have Thor there too, which is actually holding his plane. But yeah, nice little Avengers adventure there. Yeah, alright. And obviously, Nova knows, no, I need to stop being a hero. He just goes back to school, has some good grades, and his helmet is on the, on his shelf. Like, his helmet is destroyed, his life is almost over. But then we get a little information about Cletus Cassidy, because he wants to have Carnage of Nova, which is weird because Cletus Cassidy, first of all, wanted to help Nova, but now he wants to kill him. You wonder why, right? Alright, there we go. Really interesting. We also get a little bit of a story about the dad of Sam Alexander, which is in deep space, probably missing, obviously. There we go. This is the dad of Samuel Alexander, aka Nova. So yes, that's interesting too. Alright, but yeah, we have Sam Alexander actually enjoying his life without actually being Nova. So he's smooching a girl there, and he's helping out his little sister with the television, and yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool, and doing good grades, like I said. And his helmet is just on the shelf, dusting away. So yeah, we're not even there yet. But yes, Cletus Cassidy actually wants to, stop Nova, because Cletus Cassidy was once good and actually wanted to help Nova, but now he's bad again and he wants to stop Nova, because Nova actually reminds him of him being good, which, Carnage is mostly always bad, but Cletus Cassidy at one point, a great thing about him, like he thought, well, maybe I could be good, right? Then again, later he became bad again, and he wants to destroy Nova, because every time he sees Nova, he thinks of his good times, and he doesn't want to do that, right? So, it's interesting, but obviously Cletus Cassidy is one of the most interesting, I guess, villains in the symbiote universe, obviously. So there we go. Nova fights Carnage. There we go, and it's really interesting because I love the symbiote story here. And Cletus Cassidy, well, he doesn't really look that great. Let's just say that. I'm not quite sure what happened to him, but he doesn't really look all fantastic. Yes, alright. Obviously, Samuel Alexander stops him, and Carnage actually just runs away. There we go, as you can see in these panels. Yeah, it's really interesting. Alright, and that is not it. Carnage actually goes to his school and tries to stop Nova, aka Samuel Alexander, but obviously that doesn't succeed, and Nova's here to stop Carnage. Wabam! So there we go. And yet again, Samuel Alexander is back being Nova now. And they go to this great concert, obviously to stop the symbiote, aka Carnage, because symbiotes can't listen to loud music, obviously, we know that's like one of their weaknesses. So there we go, really interesting. Alright, Cletus Castius is stopped and trapped now, so there we go. And Nova, saved the day. Wow, that's a great little panel there. He's hovering above the water, and also kind of just falling into the water because his helmet is still broken. But yeah, alright, and I think at the end, we still have this little thing. As you can see, the Hulk has a beard now, and it's probably Professor Hulk now. So, yes, no more bad Hulk, and there's also this little picture with Beast, like an X-Man right there, and obviously the man, the myth, and the legend himself, Iron Man. So yes, what did I think of this comic? It's a really interesting comic. I love Nova, I love the science fiction parts of the Marvel comic universe, obviously. Obviously I love tons of Marvel comics, obviously I love the stories and stuff like that. But like I said, I love Nova as a story, because Nova is a character that we still need to see in those movies and the TV shows and stuff like that. But yeah, Nova is great. Obviously Carnage is also very interesting, right? Also an alien fighting again against an alien. And Nova, I guess his helmet is alien-ish. Carnage too. I think this is a great story. And yeah, it's really interesting that we also have the powers of like Nova disappearing after a while. We also have this great back arts which is really nice. Just noticed that. But yeah, really nice story. So alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Goodbye everyone.